Hey, welcome back to the program on Canada Laughs Ch.168 Sirius XM. So we discovered, I've heard tons of good things about you for a long time now. A guy like Brad, Brad Smith, the original
Yeah, of course.
Bachelor?
Absolutely. Love him.
Brad loves you. Brad's like, you got to hook up with Natasha. And then there was a movie that came out recently, a documentary on the CBC, Behind the Red Carpet. And I know you were involved in that. So I felt like our worlds were meant to collide. And finally, here you are. What are other examples of celebrities you've worked with that you've helped sort of change and brand them differently? Do you have any?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. Drina De Niro is someone that we're working with right now. So that's Robert's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you met Robert?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But,
I would put that in the contract. Like, I'll work with you. What's her name?
Drina.
Drina. I like Drina. No problem. We'll work, but we have to hang out with Robert twice.
Well, we will hang out with Robert because it's sort of a natural thing.
Cool.
And Drina's amazing. But, you know, she's an actress. She's doing the new David O. Russell film. But she loves fashion. She was the muse for Giorgio Armani. And so, you know, we're really looking at what are the types of things that you want to work on outside of acting, and she loves fashion, so we're looking at doing fashion collaborations for her. So it's really taking your authentic self and kind of putting it out there into the world, right? Because the world will find you if you do the things that are the most sort of natural and organic for you.
Yeah, if you're true to yourself, people will also sense that, and you'll have more success at it because it becomes a passion project for you, not just to try and make money to do something.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, that's neat. And so you work with great clients. Do you ever have like just I hit something here. I apologize. Do you ever just have terrible clients? Absolutely, like ones that are prima donnas, and you're like, even you, Natasha, as a strong businesswoman in the heart of the world, which is New York City, say, I've had enough of you, Mariah, or someone.
Yes. You know, the clients that I find the most difficult are the ones that say, do what we pay you to do, or, you know, do what we're telling you to do. And I had someone recently that actually said, well, if I were paying you more, you would do what I'm telling you to do. And I got mad because I said, that's absolutely not true. Because if anything, clients come to us to do what we advise them to do.
It's a collaboration.
Because if you're going to tell me what to do, then I'm just like a talking monkey, and who the fuck cares, right? I'm not probably allowed to swear.
You are 100% allowed to swear. We're the only station in Canada that can swear.
Okay,
Let's brand that.
All right.
Okay.
So, you know, those are the difficult clients. Like, they're the ones, I don't mind challenging clients. I just have an issue when a client is expecting me to do what they want me to do, because then they shouldn't be coming to us. They should just do it themselves. Like, we're executors, but we're strategic executors.
You know who you remind me of a little bit?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Entourage?
Yeah, of course.
The one, you know, the very powerful woman who was a part, like in charge of, like, I don't know, she got promoted and then she ended up running the movie division.
I love her.
Yeah, what's her name? You have that aura to you, where you can just tell, don't fuck with Natasha. Like, you can tell because you're bright, beautiful, but also you want the best for people. It's a very obvious thing.
Thank you.
It's cool. So now, on some of the product side of things in PR, you'll get company. What kind of varying companies will you get hiring you?
Beauty brands, fashion brands, financial institutions. So we work for TD Bank, for example, but we leverage all of their music sponsorships across the country. So we're not promoting mortgages, but we're doing like the really cool stuff where it's about, appealing to that particular target audience from a sponsorship standpoint. But we'll also work on really cool fashion brands like Rootsack, which I love, and also very music oriented. So
integration, is that the key for brands to be successful in unique ways? Just getting music mixing with a bank, that type of thing, where it doesn't come across as a hard sell, but it's just about awareness.
It is. It's about awareness. It's about integration. It's about being authentic. It's also, when I think of brands like Rootsack, it's also about clienteling. You know, we want to get them obviously pressed to build their brand, but at the same time, we want to make sure that they're clients that are actually buying their clothes. So we actually work the clienteling side of it as well from a social media standpoint, because we recognize that social media is actually what drives sales now, whereas being in a magazine is what builds brands. So you need to actually understand the difference and know what each tool does for your brand.
You know, it's cool you say that. I'm very fortunate here to be working with a lot of my own clients. And I always say this radio, this microphone here, all it really is a big speakerphone. And the speakerphone drives people back to, I'm lucky enough to have a decent following on Twitter, the Facebook pages, all this kind of stuff. So it becomes an all-encompassing sort of package. And I guess that's how you sort of sit down your clients and say, listen, we got to get them at all angles now.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's overused, but it's a 360 integrated approach. You need to look at all the different variables, all the different touch points, and how do you reach each audience through those touch points. And I think that's really important, and it's different. And I feel with social media, you have that opportunity to amplify that much more. That being said, there's also so much more clutter out there. So you need to make sure that you're being really strategic and targeted with who you're going after and the message that you're going after them with.
Let's say, like Bieber's not one of your clients. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but how would you manage somebody at a time? And let's not say Bieber. We'll go back in the past. We have Britney Spears, who at one point was like shaving her head and going off the rocker. And we see celebrities down the line go off the rocker. How would you manage that as a PR person? How would you manage that in the middle of a shitstorm?
I would worry about the person first. I think at the end of the day, they're only human. I mean, Britney Spears was going through a rough time.
Yeah.
And so I would try and protect her as much as possible and not judge the situation or judge her. And and be honest. Like, I think it's okay to be honest with the media that she's going through a troubled time and, we're dealing with it. So it's the same thing with Bieber. He's young.
Yeah.
He's really young. So now he's 21 and he's kind of coming out of it a little bit and he's talking about that. And I just think we shouldn't judge. We're human beings too, and we make mistakes also. And you kind of have to have an open mind to it.
I would get in the car and help him make the house.
What?
Because he was egging houses. If I was his PR agent, but he would be in jail if I was his
You'd
PR
help him
agent. It
egg.
would not work. He was egging houses and everything. It wouldn't be good.
But remember something too, like it's news today and it's not news tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because of social media and digital, it's like what's news right now isn't news in 15 or 20 minutes because there's something else going on. So you also know that it will pass as opposed to...
Ralph Ford's a great example of that.
Oh my God.
Like it just passes. Like you had a mayor who smoked crack publicly and it's just gone. So if that, and he was the mayor for a while, and if that can go away, almost anything can go away. I use that as a gauge.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's fluid. It's happening right now and you deal with it at the moment, but you know that it's going to go away very soon.
Especially if you get a handle on it, the sooner the better. Like, I mean, and look at Britney now, Jay. She's getting like $30 million a night in Las Vegas. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
But they handled it, I thought, like really, really well. She was going through a rough time. It was she has a mental illness, and that's just, it happens. And they dealt with it, and now she's living her life. And I just think that's just life.
Well, Natasha Koifman's here. How do people get in touch with you? Someone's listening right now. They're like, you know what? I have a new company, and we have a little bit of a budget. We want to get a PR firm, and you might need a lot of budget with her company.
You can either tweet us at Natasha NKPR, Instagram us, or just email us at nkpr.net.